So welcome to the library at Highclere Castle. I think everyone thinks we're in the library at Downton Abbey. And of course, I'm sitting here with Paul Tisdale, known as Tiz,
Right.
now famous for Tiz Talks, and Tim, who's got the Tiz Talks going with Paul. So if I throw it over to you, Tim, to perhaps introduce Paul and yourself, that would be a wonderful way to start.
Thank you, Lady Carnarvon. Thank you very much for having us here today. Very much looking forward to talking about what we do, and particularly with the objective of developing young people, giving them a purpose. This talk about that. So once an individual is aware of their purpose and how that fits into the team, so that collaboration starts to take place. One of the key drivers for an individual, for them to develop and for the team to become more successful is their personal development. Just talk us through the model that you've used in your career, both short-term and long-term development is.
Absolutely. I think it always works best in an environment that's formal. So having an office and asking a player to come into that office and actually go through his career is vitally important, that it's seen as an important part of the work. What I would say is you have to run the target setting side by side. So there's no point just concentrating on the game this week and at the same time asking the player to improve long term. The model that we talk about is I call 5-5-5. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. It fits very nicely into a football environment because on a Monday morning you're looking at the game on Saturday, so it's 5 days. We often talk about a training cycle in professional sport being about a 5-week period. So there's a nice edge to that. And then in a football season, it's a 10-month season. You've got 2 halves to it. You've got a transfer window somewhere in the middle, and it's always nice to work in those 5-month chunks. So we talk about 5 days, 5 weeks, and 5 months, and we run them side by side. So when we're talking about 5 days, actually what I'm trying to do as a coach is I'm trying to alter the mindset. We're looking at just something to concentrate on. That's a change of mind. That's a change of focus. That I can have a small input, which is a 5-minute conversation, that actually gives me a big output. So rather than, if I want to improve something in a football that's technical, it could take months, could take years. But if we can talk about something that's just a mindset, and it's only one thing, maybe 2 things, but there's a small input, 5-10 minute conversation once a week that can give me a big output on a Saturday, that's the 5-day focus. It's just something that's altering one's focus, and it needs a mentor, it needs a teacher, it needs someone to help the young person through that, but just to give them that focus. Then you've got the 5-week focus, and the 5-week focus would be something more technical. You have to choose something that is achievable. So I have to select something in the player that is technical, but you can drill, you can train it, you can do it 2 or 3 times a week for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but at the end of the 5 weeks, I know there's a very good chance that person can achieve that focus, and that's a confidence builder. If they know they're working on something, they have something to focus on 2 or 3 times a week, like doing homework, at the end of the process, in 4 or 5 weeks' time, they know they've improved and they can see it, it's tangible. That's a confidence builder, and that's really important. You know you're going somewhere. You're not looking at the long term, but you're looking at a short-term period where you can improve something. And then when it comes to 5 months, we're looking at something that is about the career. It's something which is longer term, it's the bigger picture, and we're looking at something they can aim for. And that becomes a little bit more conceptual. It's something which is they want to alter their status in the team. They want to take a big step forward on their career path. But that now is a discussion this is actually the target, 5 months from now. But the building blocks are, how do we think this week? Second thing is, what do we do this week in this 5-week period? And then what are we aiming for? And that's the 5-month period. And in a football world, the transfer windows is always a nice opportunity to plot ahead, and things change so quickly in my business. But I see it being no different from a parent trying to help their child focus on what to do, because actually having a plan, you need short steps as well. You need small steps, and I see it no different being a teacher and a student.
Thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you for having us. It's been a
I
pleasure.
just wish you all the best with all that you do to help.